Alright, hello and good morning everybody. Hope you're all doing well this day. Sorry I'm running a tad bit late. Between a little bit of extra sleep and talking with my brother for a little while, kinda lost track of time. Let me go ahead and tab y'all over into the game to our beautiful character. It is me, my bud boy, on my Viper, who's now level 90. Took me a little while to get here. I didn't realize how far off I was from leveling last night, and because I never came back to play, I had to do it all this morning, which is why I was kind of sleepy. But I'm level 90. I'm actually standing in front of the quest giver to get the rest of these quests done. Actually, pretty much all of them, because I haven't done any of them. And then we can move on to Dawntrail and do the side quest on the Pictomancer, as that was what I had asked a couple of people, and they had all said that I should do the Pictomancer since my brother is doing Viper, and I asked another friend, and she said to do the Pictomancer, and then I asked another friend who doesn't even play the game, between a guy who paints versus a dual blade, and they went, be the person who paints people and kills people with paint. And I went, okay, Pictomancer won by landslide. So, without further ado, let's get on with the journey. Good to see you, Zumbo. After a lot of asking around, I dug up some new leads on Majin Buu. Or at least, I think I did. Wasn't easy though. At first, the only stories of interest were about the Gridanian poachers dealing in a so-called exotic meats. Juveniles, in other words, too young and too dead to be what we're after. That detour notwithstanding, there were a few other tidbits that might be useful. I got my own thoughts on the matter, but I want to hear yours too. That alright? Picto's just better. Just a tiny bit. It is more fun. I do enjoy it a little bit more than Viper. Much obliged. So I hear Adventure came across a whole bunch of strikingly beautiful red feathers, just outside of town. They ended up giving them to some kids who have been playing with them ever since. More to the point, there was talk of this huge beast with glowing blue eyes, flying off towards a place called the Black Shroud. I was just over there. Red feathers, blue eyes, put the two together and it sounds an awful like our Majin Buu. Seems it's had enough of Thanalan and picked a Shroud as its new stomping grounds. What's your take on it? I'd be fools not to look into it. Ha! I knew you'd agree. After the amount of mystery meat I had to sample just to squeeze information out of those butchers at the market, I'm glad it all paid off. As for our next move, I reckon we ought to take the airship to Gridania. From what I hear, a fellow by the name of Gavin over at the Adder's Nest should be able to tell us more. I'll meet you there. Alright. Well, I don't want to take this. Do I have to take it? No, I don't. I'm teleporting because I'm lazy. Oh, that is not the Black Shroud. I want the Black Shroud. And with good old Gridania. Hey! I made some gil. Bah. Targets. Can't click on any of these people and teleport. Maybe it has to be party members. Oh, right, that's the guy right there. How might I help? I'm after Taral Vidra. I'm searching for this dangerous creature that came over from another continent. Have you heard about it? It's like red with blue eyes. I see. As it happens, I'm aware of a beast that matches the description of this Ixok Majin. Majin Buu! Our scouts spoke of its blue eyes and red wings, and its aggressive nature leading to it to attack any who dare approach. So it's really here in the Shroud, and up to no good already. Thankfully there have been no deaths so far, but it's only a matter of time before a merchant or adventurer becomes the first. I believe Majin Buu came in here in search of new territory. Thanalan wasn't to its liking, and now it's testing out the Shroud. It appears so. I'll tell the other adders that you're pursuing the beast and to lend what assistance they can. I assume that's alright with you. Yep, sounds good to me. Yes sir, the more the merrier. Slaying the bastard's what matters, and I ain't too proud to accept help when it's offered. So where was it last seen? And the south route. Once you get there, head for Quarry Mill and look for Lieutenant Gaulius. He's leading the search. Thank you. To Quarry Mill. Teleporting all over the place. A lot of people doing Palace of the Dead or something? No? Oh, just a handful of vipers. Hey, I know you. You must be Keshwak and Zomboa. The Adder's Nest sent word to expect you both. I'm Gaius, the officer in charge of this operation. This is Innocent Stork, who's provided us with vital information. A merchant and her employee spotted the beast on the way back from Ulda. She's also taken the liberty of assembling a team of experts to assist in tracking the target. At no small expense, I might add, but compared to the losses my business would suffer were the creature allowed to roam free, I deemed it a worthy investment. As our goals are aligned, perhaps you wish to join my experts in the field. If so, you'll find them near Woolstake. I'm sure you'll get along swimmingly. Looks like we're late to the party. Let's go and hear what they have to say. This fellow standing behind me, my bodyguard. One can never be too careful, particularly when traversing known trade routes. Smart woman. Roots Lake. Oh, they're not here, they're over here. I'd say we found our experts. Let's see what we got. We got a gladiator, a marauder, hunters, and a pugilist. That's good. Get out of the way, big ass bird. Oh, I didn't even see this guy. Probably our arcanist by the book. Fresh meat for the hunt, eh? Order came down to let you tag along, but don't get underfoot. We're looking for the signs of the creature so our naturalists can predict its movements. We'll lay the traps where it's expected to appear. Got themselves a proper plan, don't they? Seeing as they're being so accommodating, we might as well join in the search. The dung appears to be that of an enormous beast, judging by its dry appearance and muted odor, except created some time ago. So, took a shit here a while ago. The dung excludes a foul odor. The lingering warmth indicates it was recently took a shit. This beast shits a lot. Each creature bear the mark of enormous claws on their hindquarters, suggesting they were struck down as they attempted to flee. So 2 shits and then it got hungry. That's a mood. Found me a few signs of activity. How about you? Yeah, I found some shit. And then more shit. And then a dead beast. Corpses of grazing animals gouged by monstrous claws. Same here. The size and depth of wound scars consistent with Majin Buu's hunts. And just like back in Tural, it's killing not to just eat, but also to mark its territory. To show anyone and everyone who's boss. There you are. Managed to sniff anything out? Yes, sir. Aside from a couple of the dung hills, we got some dead wildlife. Most likely the work of Majin. I reckon it's close, somewhere north of the swamp. We came to the same conclusion. This predator makes no attempts to cover its tracks. Clearly it survived so long by virtue of its immense proportions in spite of its diminished intelligence. You got it all wrong. It left those tracks on purpose to see how we react. Are you saying the beast is testing us? That's absurd. The level of foresight and cunning required to even attempt to do so is far beyond these of lesser beings. As for the corpses it left behind, those animals must have not been to its taste. I suggest using fresh cuts of prime livestock as bait. The bloodier the better. Once the creature has been enticed, surrounding and subduing it should be a formality. Hate to break it to you, but Majin's way too clever to fall for that. You're gonna need every trick in the book and then some. Rest assured, I've considered every eventuality. And even if there was a merit to your advice, I will not let it be said that our success was the product of anyone's genius but mine and mine alone. What difference does it make who came up with what? A monetary difference. Innocent Stork offers better rewards based on performance. I don't even think about trying to steal our thunder. We're the ones who will bring her whatchamacallit's name, not you. Listen, we've trained to fight the large predator like these. If you got any sense, you'll let us take the lead. And put our lives in the hands of complete strangers? I think not. There's a place in our strategy for you, so stand aside and wait further instructions. Fine, have it your way. If you're half the hunters you think you are, Majin is as good as dead, right? Come on, Zabo. Let's leave him to it. Nothing good will ever come working with people you can't trust. Even I know that. Then it's decided. You two will wait at the southern end of the lower paths. Be ready to give chase in case the beast escapes us. Not that it will. Oh, they're all fucking dead. They're gonna die to the bird. I think it's a bird. It flies. Call you Kashan. Awful quiet, don't you think? Ah! Oh, there we go. You hear that? That must be one of the hunting party. It came from the north. Let's move. Intense music, and then it's over. Man, I heard that scream across the whole lake. Person's got some lungs on him. Oh, it's cool that the animals are still dead on the ground. I just noticed that the little droplet of water like floats in the air momentarily. That's actually really cool. Ugh. I know it hurts, but please, tell us what happened. It was watching us. A fresh lamp should draw the target out of hiding. So if I lace it with the toxin I brought, success is practically guaranteed. Toxin? We were explicitly told not to kill the beast, in case you'd forgotten. Of course not. It can be used as a sedative, highly potent, but only lethal if applied in excess. If you lack the stomach for it, I'll do it myself. Naturally, my personal contributions will be detailed in the final report to ensure credit is given where due. What the hell are you playing at? If it catches wind, the plan's ruined. Shouldn't we go after them? Not if it only makes things worse. If that bookworm wants to stick his neck out for a few gil more, I say let him. What? No! No! Oh! Oh shit! That is one beautiful animal. Gods have mercy! There it is! Stay calm, nothing's changed except the bait. Now's our chance. Holy shit, he's huge. Ah! They were screaming. I ran. I could still hear. You were right. It knew. It knew. Keshwa, Zamboa. By the 12, what happened here? Oh my god, you look like a kid. Cool spear, though. The hunters became the hunted. I shall see that the remains are recovered and the necessary rites performed. Perhaps you'll be so kind to return to Quarry Mill and share these unfortunate tidings with innocent Stork, the merchant. Oh hey, teleported us here. How nice. Even with the sedatives, they didn't stand the chance. If only I'd talked them out of it, this would never have happened. I anticipated casualties, but this was a massacre. If Majin's grown bolder before, it only hunted animals, lone travelers, prey it knew it could handle with ease. Its past brushes with death taught it to be cautious. That's probably why it fled to Ral in the first place. But it's just outwitted a group of armed hunters. Instead of running away from trouble, the beast went looking for it. This was a sport, a game. It was having fun. And now that it's had its taste, it's only going to want more. My poor judgment invited this tragedy. I must make amends. Please allow me to assist you in pursuing the creature. Even without a team of experts at my disposal, I believe my network of contacts will prove useful in gathering vital information. We'd be grateful for the information. We could keep everybody else safe. Understood. I place my faith in your abilities as Vipers. I appreciate it, man. If you turn any leads, be sure to let us know. I'd best return to the Adder's Nest and deliver my report. It's imperative we inform the populace of the threat posed by Majin. Might I ask you to seek, might I ask that you use Quarry Mill as your temporary base of operations? Knowing where to find you will make it easier to coordinate our efforts. Suits me fine. Besides, I got plenty to do here, like learn about this neck of the woods and the critters and whatnot. But while I have you, there's one thing I want to ask. How do the twin adders get their name? I beg your pardon? What does that have to do with Majin? Nothing, really. It's just us Vipers based our fighting arts on snakes. So they're near and dear to our hearts. Might even say we get a reverence for them. Oh, is that so? I suppose we also have a fellow kinship towards snakes. The name Twin Adder comes from the pair of the white snakes on the Gridanian standard. Though that imagery predates the city-state's founding, there's more I could tell you, though. My fear on other matters must take procedure. With their history as long as that, we'd be here talking till the pack has come home. I'd love to hear more about it, but I understand if it'll have to wait. I best get to learning what I can about Majin. While I see to that, maybe you ought to squeeze out some more training? Sounds good. Age Blaze, welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing well. I'm actually excited to fight that thing. That thing looked cool as hell. Vipers on the hunt. I had a bad feeling when I woke up this morning, and sure enough, Majin has struck again. Goylus and Innocent Stork are trying to narrow down where to appear next based on the reports, but so far they've come up empty. Here Goylus is over at Falgord Float, talking to witnesses. Let's go see what he's learned. Lissable. That is not where Falgord Float is. Falgord Float is the North Shroud. Teleport because I am lazy. Come on. Nope, it does not. Okay. Oh, I'm here. Thank you for coming. I expect Keshwalk has shared some of the details, but it's even worse than we thought. Majin's grown increasingly bold, with deadly consequences. For a blessing, the people here remain calm, though we must act quickly to avoid widespread panic. The Adders have called upon anyone with information to share and asked that they gather here. As we requested that any detail be reported, no matter how small, we find ourselves somewhat inundated. I'm certain, however, that among the accounts are clues vital to locating a quarry. We can help with all that. All we gotta do is ask folks around here what they've seen, right? Yes, that would be most helpful. Perhaps you could start near the Aetherite while Zabo asks those over at the Bobbing Cork? I don't know. What the fuck is Bobbing? Oh, the inn. Okay. I was passing through the North Shroud when I saw a frightful creature with immense red wings. It was a little too far away to see clearly, but it seemed to be battling a group of smaller beasts, which it promptly slaughtered before flying away. Yeah, that sounds about right. Hello? Anybody here? No? Upstairs? Oh, weird adventure. While passing through, I heard that some fiend was on the rampage over in the East Shroud. I didn't think much of it at first, but when I saw all the people coming from that direction and the looks on their faces, I decided to stay put. Good thing I did too, or I might have died. Some last guys up here. I saw it. Flying over the central shroud, with each flap of its massive wings came a powerful wind, bearing the scent of blood so noxious and suffocating. It was all I could do not to vomit where I stood. Damn. Seems it's on a rampage everywhere. Everyone's got a story to share, but nothing that seems to point where Majin might strike next. Did you do any better? I found out it's pretty much been everywhere, killing everything. North, East, and Central Shroud, huh? The folks I asked said it was in the south. I tell you, it must be trying to make the whole damn forest its territory. Hold on now. One of the guys I talked to was from the East Shroud. Your witnesses heard that the beast was on a rampage, but mine said he never saw Majin, even though they should have been there at the same time. That's worth looking into, don't you think? It doesn't feel like much, but sure. I'm not saying it's the answer, but you never know what trail it'll take you till you follow it. We ought to go chat up that fellow again. I'll talk to you. Whee! As I said before, I was traveling the East Shroud on an errand when I heard what sounded like flapping of enormous wings. A moment later, I saw a wounded animal charging through the brushes. It was then that I recalled the rumor of a monstrosity on the loose, realized I was in danger, and ran. So the critter was hurt, but still able to make an escape. But the only way it could have gotten away from Majin is if the bastard chose to let it go. Meanwhile, our friend here was close enough to hear the wings flapping, yet lived to tell the tale. An adventurer traveling alone would have been an easy picking, so why did Majin spare him? He was carrying something? All I had on me was some bottled potions and ethers. Oh, but there was this one other thing. I carried a pot pearl filled with Girabanya wildgrass. An Alamegan custom, in case you were unaware. That's gotta be it. Gullus was wearing something about this. Or want to hear something about this. We're close enough. I don't know. I don't know what I read. Gullus! Could you wait here a moment? Keshwa has asked me to verify a theory of his. I shan't be long. It's exactly as you surmised. Most of those who've seen Majin lived up to tell the tale are all Alamegan adventurers. I knew it. It's got to be the fragrance. A lot of animals have powerful sense of smell, and Majin's no exception, which makes it that much more sensitive to odors that it doesn't care for. I reckon the beast can't stand the wild grass in those potpourris. Its potent fragrance, a lot like another kind of grass we got back in Toral. Come to think of it, Majin never went near anyone that the grass was growing. If one man's meat's another poison, perhaps the same could be said for aromas? Exactly. And now that we know that what Majin can't stomach, we can use this information to drive it where we want it. Then it would behoove me to share our discovery with Innocent Stork. Given that information and contacts at her disposal, I dare say she'll be able to help us find a way to utilize the fragrance to its maximal potential. I dare say you're right. In the meantime, we'll head over to Girabanya and pick up some wild grass. Yes, by all means. We must do everything in our power to avert further tragedy. Many of the adventurers gathered here are so terrified of encountering Majin that they're considering abandoning the profession entirely. Several are yet fledglings. If they had to contend with a foe far beyond their reckoning, they'd die before gaining enough experience to even be considered adventurers. The thought of the bright futures being snatched away like that is almost more than I can bear. This is the very reason I joined the Twin Adders, to prevent such senseless deaths. Therefore, I humbly request for cooperation in slaying the dreaded Majin. No need. I have every intention of putting that bastard in the dirt. Yep, same here. The matter at hand, then. A few months ago, one of the adventurers mentioned that the wild grass we seek grows abundantly in Pike Falls. Once you've collected enough, let us rendezvous at Quarry Mill. I must warn you, though, that the Girabanya is home to some particular vicious wildlife. Be on your guard. It has been a while since I've been to Girabanya. I don't even know where Pike Falls is. Oh, okay. It's just right outside the main entrance. Ugh. Pike Falls. Oh, there was another one over there. Whoops. This brings back memories. One time I was picking herbs to make a paralyzing agent that works wonders on draw withdrawal. Only thing was, I forgot to wear gloves and couldn't feel my hands for the next 3 days. Oh, shit. Damn wasp. Got the grass for you. And kill the wasp too. That had to do it. As much as I'd love to stick around and study the wildlife, we better get back to Quarry Mill. Upon being informed of your plan to entrap Majin, I came as quickly as I could. Now we just need a way to diffuse the extract. You've done well to gather so much wild grass. As promised, I've called upon Ensign Stork to advise us on the next steps. I placed an order with an alchemist acquaintance for custom-made diffuser pouches, which we may employ to spread the aroma over a wide area while prolonging its potency. We will issue these pouches to the Twin Adder units tasked with driving the beast into an isolated location of our choosing, away from civilians and an ideal spot for the final showdown. That's good thinking. Indeed, once the pouches have been produced, the beast is good as ours. If I may, there is a further request I wish to make. Rather than slaying Majin outright, would you instead be able to capture it alive? To better understand its behavior, such knowledge will prove invaluable should predators of a similar nature trouble us in the future. That's a risk we can't afford to take, ma'am. Those hunters of yours tried baiting it with a carcass laced with sedative. Majin saw right through the plan. It's demonstrated a degree of cunning to rival any man's. Even if we did capture it, it's only a matter of time before it escapes and kills again. There's only one way you can deal with this monstrosity like that. You slay it the first chance you get. No half measures, no hesitations. Then we are left with no other choice. Pray forgive me for making such an ill-considered suggestion. I shall abandon all thought of capturing the beast and instead turn my attention to procurement of the diffuser pouches. You'll hear from me soon. She ought to know by now what we're up against. Why even ask? She got her own angle. I ain't the type to guess at folks' motives. Wish she'd do us all a favor and put her cards on the table. I mean, she kinda just did. The rich and powerful are rarely ever so obliging. You got that right, but since us Sultan of the Earth are speaking our minds, there's a fear in you, but of what I can't tell. Feel for your thoughts? Never know, I might be able to help. Well, after talking with those adventurers, I can't help but feel a little scared of Majin, that's all. Anyway, I should return to Gridania to make my report. Folks always saying one thing but meaning another. Just when I was starting to believe I'd gotten the hang of polite conversation. Ain't no forcing the issue, I know. If Golos has something to say, he'll say it when he's good and ready. So, now we gotta wait on those pouches, and who knows how long that'll be. I'll just keep an eye on things here, so I recommend you go get ready to face Majin. Hey! Taking a drink. Into the Viper Pit. Gal sent word that the diffuser pouches are ready. He's heading on over now. Once he arrives, we can finally put this plan into action. The pouches have been distributed among the twin adders, along with instructions on correct handling. You see, according to the alchemist who made them, the aroma of the wild grass dulls the senses. For the average person, this would be little more than a soothe the nerves, but to a creature with a heightened sense of smell, the effect would be far more pronounced. As for where we will trap Majin, Innocent Stork has proposed a location in the Dravania hinterlands that she believes is ideal. The surrounding area is largely uninhabited, and Idleshire, the only settlement nearby, is relatively simple to defend. We've already consulted with the Ishgardians, and they gave us the blessing to proceed. That's so far. That's all well and good, but by the look on your face, you're not... I ain't gonna press, but I suggest that once we get to Dravania, you best hang back and leave the fighting to us. You know full well I'm keeping things from you, yet you still show concern for my well-being. Why? Just my way, I suppose. Or the way I was trained as a Viper. It's our job to keep folks safe from creatures that go against the natural order. It doesn't matter who you are or whose side you're on. Politics, feuds, all that drama ain't none of our concern. I'll admit, I've got my doubts about you, but you're still someone I need to protect from the Majin. Simple as that. There's something you need to know. Out in Western Korthos is... Well, as I thought, you've yet to depart from Coriamel. What's keeping you? Lieutenant Gaius, whatever is the matter, you look like someone who just walked in on over your grave. I'm glad to find the two of you in better spirits, though. Seeing as our friend is somewhat under the weather, perhaps it's best that he stays behind with me in Idleshire. No objections here, but Giles and I were having a heart-to-heart, if you don't mind. I do. We have a schedule to keep, and I must insist our dear Vipers get underway. While you're en route to Dravania Hinterlands, I will be happy to lend an ear to Giles and his troubles. You're under hers. You need worry yourselves. It's of no import. I wish you both good hunting. Talk about shit timing. For better or for worse, we'll find out what he was holding back soon enough. Anyway, we got Tyrell Vidral to slay. I actually kind of like that outfit. Look on me. Yeah, I kind of like that. Ooh, Idleshire. Ugh. Little baby Dark Knight. Yeah. No sign of Majin, which gives us time to pick a good spot for an ambush. Let me know what you find. Although the view is obstructed by the wall, you should be able to remain concealed easily. The cramped condition offered only a limited view of vision, and combat would doubtlessly prove difficult. I was like, I thought I saw it. Where the hell did it go? While this location offers a commanding view of the area, it does offer enough. Wait, of the area. It does not offer enough space to fight at you potentially. That's some grammatical incorrectness right there. You have surveyed a number of locations, each varying in suitability. Keshwap will be eager to hear your reports. It does not. Hey, the striking dummies. I found something you ain't gonna believe. You smell that? It's gotta be one of Innocent Stork's diffuser patches. Somebody must have hidden it nearby. With a bag of autographs stinking up the place, there's no way Majin was ever gonna show. Guileless and Innocent Stork sent us on a wild packet chase. So where's our Tyrell Vidral if it ain't here? Western Highlands. Ah, so that was what God was trying to tell us. At least until he was cut off. With any luck, the clue will lead us to Innocent Store. She'll probably still be plotting to capture Majin alive. The stubborn idiot. Fool. That river's meat. Yeah, I just punched my hand. That hurt. Whoa. I've not been here since the graphical update. Holy crap, this place looks so good. It's so much brighter. Looks like he's floating. It's like it's the little icon for the thing for him is underneath the ice. Makes it look like he's floating. No sign of the tricksters or Majin. You best keep searching. Oh, cutscene. Ah, I'm gonna need a drink. There they are. Hey, they captured it though. Well, if it isn't the esteemed Vipers, who, with all of their supposed skill and intellect, asserted that capturing the great Majin was nigh impossible, or perhaps we were simply afraid. As you could see, I proved equal to the task. All it took was a little ingenuity. I understand Majin's cunning and cruelty better than anyone. There's no way you got it caged without... Wait, where's your bodyguard? You yourself observe how attempting to lure Majin without obvious bait ended in failure. But a beast is still a beast, a predator that is compelled to hunt. Casualties are inevitable, and a prudent strategy must account for them. An exceptional one, however, would leverage this elemental to its advantage. Or element to its advantage, as mine did. You ordered him to put sedatives in his pocket and face Majin alone. It was over before it began, his screams still ring in my ears. So you fed Majin the sedatives and your bodyguard along with them. You're telling me he willingly offered himself up? Enthusiastically even, all to ensure his plague-stricken family received treatment, the duration of which would be determined by his performance. He all but leapt into the beast's maw. As I'm sure Guileless would agree, there's no limit to what we can accomplish when given the appropriate incentive. Why go to such lengths? Oh please, everyone's got what they wanted, so let's not quabble over the details. As a gesture of goodwill, I'll even answer your question, rudely asked though it was. Everyone has their own unique proclivities. I am no exception. I have awoken to the thrill of bringing rare and ferocious beasts under my power. But that only whets my appetite for the true pleasures. When I unleash my pets upon worthy opponents to enact scenes of glorious carnage. I've met my fair share of monsters, but none of them compare to you. A monster and a fool. But there's the Troll. The moment you open that cage, it's gonna rip you to shreds. Indeed it would, if it were so inclined. But if Majin is intelligent and bloodthirsty as you say, it will soon learn that I can provide a constant supply of worthy prey. In return, it will accept me as its master. It's awake! Ah! I grow tired of this place. One of my lesser pets should be more than adequate to dispose of you. After all, I'm loath to release Majin while it remains subdued. And though I may not be watching, do try to put up a good show regardless. You alright, Cashrock? Thanks. I owe you. God damn it, I can't even believe anyone would be so stupid enough to try and tame Guitar. Never mind Majin himself. But what really sticks in my claw is that the Guileless has been dancing to innocent Stark's tune. And then I was thinking he needed our help. Seemed afraid of her, like before. You're right, there's more to it than meets the eye. Anyway, no point in freezing our asses off out here. Let's make back to Quarry Mill before we take things over. One thing I know for certain is that Majin ain't gonna play the obedient pet for long. Innocent Stork's gonna find that the hard way. But I reckon that'll be after she gets the urge to indulge her twisted appetites. I'll do what I can to suss out where she got to before then. Then there's Guileless. The Twin Adders needs to know what he's been up to, and he's still alive for now at least. You best get back to your training for now. Cage or not, Majin's out there, and our job ain't done till it's dead. Alright, the final quest. Vengeance for the Viper. Since the last time we spoke, the Twin Adders have been looking for Guileless, but they ain't found hide nor hair of him. Meanwhile, there have been plenty of Majin sightings. Seems Innocent Stork's eager to put her new pet to work. I expect that's why Guileless's commanding officer asked for our help. Let's head to the Adder's Nest and hear what they have to say. Oh, I got the hiccups. Alright, as I teleport, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to grab a quick drink. Because I ran out of tea. I have returned with tea and a couple of jelly beans. Up. It is good to finally meet you both. Skylar spoke highly of you and your contributions to our hunt for the Majin. Speaking of which, you got any information for us, right? We've received multiple eyewitness reports of the creature surpassing even the most elite mobs. It dispatches its victims swiftly before flying away. At Innocent Stork's direction, I'll wager. She's setting Majin loose to kill for her own amusement. Those slain were mostly roaming adventurers, but the circumstances of each attack suggest an escalation. The beast is striking in broad daylight and closer to more populated settlements. The risk of a massacre grows greater by the day. There's another matter I wish to discuss, which may shed some light on the situation. We received a letter from Guileless. Though details are sparse, he wishes to resign from the Twin Adders. The letter also includes a message for the two of you. Do you recall our discussion in Southern Thanalan? Though my aspirations were beyond me, I pray that you succeed in fulfilling your own. I remember, Guileless, you wanted to prevent those with the bright futures from dying before their time. That's why you joined the Twin Adders. Hey, did you say Southern Thanalan? We never... Was he in Southern Thanalan? Wait. We had the talk in the Shroud. Not Than... Hey, that's what I just said! And he mentions our aspirations, which is to protect people from rampaging beasts. Don't you see? He's telling us that Majin's gonna appear in Southern Thanalan. A hidden message. Albeit not particularly well hidden one. If Innocent Stork reads this, she would have surely divined his intent. I can only surmise that she knew and allowed this letter to be sent regardless. What better way to lure you into a confrontation with Ma Jin than by taking advantage of Guileless' sincere plea for help? Trap or not, a confrontation suits me fine. If it's a show she wants, then we're happy to oblige. As for where, she doubtly wishes to avoid attracting the attention of the immortal flames in the Amalja. The Sogoli Desert, like it is not. I'll send word to Ulda, but in the meantime, I wish you every success. To the desert! Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. The Sogoli Desert. Also, I'm curious. Can you see the... Oh yeah, you can. Gold saucer. Another carcass. This was Ma Jin's work. Didn't expect the trail to be this easy to pick up, but perhaps I should have. All that's left now is to walk straight into the trap. No viper worth their salt ever shied away from danger, am I right? Alrighty, here we go. Let's see if I can do it. I should be able to. I have somewhat decent gear. Such grace, such power, magnificent itself given form, worthy of awe. Alas, these mediocre distractions are poor canvas for your art. It's over, innocent stork. On the contrary, the main attraction is just beginning. Guileless, what have you done to him? After his childish trick with the coded letter, I decided to let Ma Jin punish him. An appetizer, if you will. All the money and privilege in the world, and this is how you choose to use it? Killing for the sake of killing? You're no better than the Dawntrail, a monster that deserves to die. A flattering comparison, though you seem to be forgetting the initial monster that stands before you. Ma Jin, I've brought you fresh prey. Is it just gonna kill her? Aww. Oh, I haven't forgotten about you. A coward through and through. I knew, but one I thought I had some pride. Guess I was wrong. It's time, Ma Jin. Or it's time. Ma Jin is ours. Let's go! Big beastie fight! Ah, push wrong buttons! Oh, good to know. He does not get slowed by that. Time to go Super Saiyan. Ow, I knew I was too close to that one. Are you not satisfied with the prey I have provided? You've all that you want and more, but only if you obey. Kill them! Kill them now! I demand it! Just smack her. Just bap her with the wing. This isn't Majin, I know, and I reckon Innocent Stark is the reason why. I can smell the wild grass on her. A less potent mixture than the one we doled out before. Just enough to keep Majin at arm's length. But even that's too much for the Vajral's senses. That's why it's addled and can't think straight. Even so, she's made a fool's bet. If Majin's only tolerated Innocent Stark and her shenanigans to stay its own bloodlust, two apex predators can't make nice forever. Ugh. I'm not done with you yet. Go on, you stubborn worm. What? Well, I did say batter with the wings. But shit, we have a problem now. Maybe now I can concentrate on the fight. Alright, Zumbo, give it everything you've got. I kinda was. Oh, cool. I kept my resources. Oh, shit! Hopefully standing behind it works. Ah, packed a punch. Gaius? Thank you. Whew. Oh, I just fucked up. Great ball of fire. No, no, no! Oh god, I'm barely alive. Yes! Holy fuck, that was so hard. Oh, relentless beast, may you find peace in death. As the serpent shreds its skin, relinquishes this husk, that you may rise again to greet a new dawn. And Stork genuinely believed that she could bend such a creature to her will. That arrogance cost her her life. She never understood what she was dealing with, or afforded it proper respect. She took her superiority for granted. But that power she wielded to flaunt the laws of men was powerless against the natural order. Gualis. Zomboa. Thank you for everything. It was a damn sight harder than I reckoned it'd be, but I finally avenged my brother in arms and fulfilled my duty. I can once again hold my head held high. That was a hard fucking fight. Majin might be dead, but we've still got a loose end or two to tie up. You haven't told us why you led us on a merry chase for innocent Stork. May as well come clean now. Well, when I was a young child, my merchant parents were slain by a wild creature on their travels. I meant what I said at Falgord Float when I told you I swore to save others from a similar fate. So I joined the Twin Adders. A commendable motivation. And then I met Innocent Stork, who explained with great enthusiasm that she shared my desire to protect others by bringing these beasts to heal. I thought I found a kindred spirit, but I later realized she'd fed me nothing but lies. She used me to obtain information collected by the Twin Adders, all for the sake of identifying potential additions to her menagerie. I disclosed all manner of sense of intelligence to her, believing it was in furtherance of her efforts to save lives. By the time I learned her true intentions, I was too late. I confronted her, told her that I was going to inform my superiors. She smiled and laughed and said that she would unleash her fiends upon Gridania if I spoke a word, with some of her finest reserved specifically for my family. I'm guessing it was so Innocent Stork's idea to have you join the investigation into Majin. It was. There's no excuse for what I did. Allowing myself to become her pawn has led to so much needless suffering. Nothing I can say or do will ever be enough to earn your forgiveness. Whatever punishment awaits me, I shall accept it gladly. Well, Zamba, what do you think? Alright, just give him Twin Adders. That's a problem. I was thinking the same thing. It's up to them to decide his punishment, not us. Quite right. I'll request that my superiors meet us at Quarry Mill, where I shall be given a full count. It is settled then. Meet us there when you're ready. Just teleport me there. Oh, what a bitch. Quarry Mill. Teleport. Ba-da-ba-ba. As a soldier of the Twin Adder, your actions are inexcusable. Once I have made my report, expulsion will be the least of your worries. There will likely be a trial. Where I come from, we don't take kindly to liars neither. Our word is our bond, and the violation of the trust demands punishment. But I will say this, the lies he told were to protect the people of Gridania. Not only that, the actions he took contributed directly to the defeat and death of Majin. I won't say the ends justify the means, but it's not nothing. Duly noted. Though I trust you understand that this consideration may not change the outcome. Yes, sir. Ain't my place to tell you folks how to handle your business. I'm just a simple man who crossed the salt to kill a Vidral. But if Guilus isn't stuck in a cell for the foreseeable future, I got something he can help me with. You see, now that my business here is concluded, it's high time I made my way home. Trouble is, passage back is more than I can presently afford. I'm gonna need to put in some work, and I reckon Guilus could help me find clients in need of a Viper's skills. For a simple man who knows better than to tell others how to handle our business, we've struck upon an intriguing solution. Well, I've spent my fair bit of time in the company of the silver-tongued someone. Hi. Guilus, your conduct cannot easily be forgiven. Even so, it must be acknowledged that you played a vital role in slaying of Majin. Swear to never again stray from the path of righteousness, and no charges will be brought against you. Moreover, I'll accept your voluntary resignation as you did previously request. With this arrangement, you may yet pursue your dream of defending the innocent from nature's most deadly threats, in your capacity as Keshwa's assistant. What say you? I shall do as you ask. You have my word. Though I'll bear the shame of my misdeeds as long as I live, I shall endeavor to redeem myself through the service to the people. You can start by finding some beasties to slay. Alright, on to the next hunt. Let's go. Well, seems like I'm sticking around Eorzea a while longer. In the meantime, you're sure to find your clients of your own. I reckon the continent's more than big enough for the both of us. Wherever there are folks in need of a viper, that's where we'll be. Enjoy Eorzea. And there we have it. That is the Viper story done. Vicious Viper. 5 points. It's not the name of the twin thing. Phew. Now that I'm no longer an adder, I had no choice but to hand in my uniform. With my new garb, I'm ready to fend off forest-dwelling fiends alongside Keshma. Not bad looking gear. Keshma. How goes? Up hunting any challenging prey lately? If I review. Just like back in Tyrol, I've been working as a viper, putting down all kinds of beasts. Only difference now is that Goelis is the one finding clients for me. We must be doing something right, because the guild's been rolling in. Still got a ways to go till I've earned enough to ferry back home, though. Alex actually suggested using some of my savings to pay for trips to Ishgard and Charlene, so I can hunt marks farther afield. I'll happily go wherever I'm needed, even if getting there sets me back a few gil. Alright. I think again I'm in... Oh, whoop. Now I'm in the best gear I got. I could have had better gear and I didn't look. God damn it. Wait, no, I think I did though. Oh well, whatever. Alright, so now we go to the Pictomancer. Alright, with that, we shall return to Tuliol. Tulioliolo. And begin our side quest adventure. Almost an hour and a half into the stream. That took a little bit longer than I thought it would, but whatever. It was fun. It was challenging. And I learned a little bit about scouting gear, and that I need aiming for the trinkets. Where's my jazz music? I need my jazz. Where's the game? Why is it taking so long to look? There it goes. There's my jazz. Bow, bow. All right. So many things. I'm actually not worried about doing this quest inside the city itself. Mainly once I get to the zones. Before I do that, let me check here. Okay, they're still going out their things. Does this mean I get upgraded hunts? Ah, Zabo, the Wing of Protection has been keeping a beady eye on you. Say, you've been making yourself useful. That your adventures have taken you nigh on every corner of... Wait. That your adventures have taken you nigh on every corner of Tyrol, including Dawntrail. I hear the land of my people. I know how dangerous those woods can be. Not only for the tales of my answers, but from the bills on the board, too. Think you're ready to take on a bigger challenge? Yeah, sure, why not? That's the spirit. Alright, then let me tell you what these intermediate marks are all about. Beginner level marks can be taken down by any hunter or mercenary, but these ones call for a mite more preparation. And I'm not just talking physically, but mentally, too. If you're going to risk your life after these beasts, it's important to know what you're risking it for. Which is why I tell everyone I can read who thinks they're ready to move on from beginner builds to take on the Kayak Cats first. She's a master huntress and mentor to the would-be Vipers. Oh, you'll find her down in the Gorntique Glimsands. Look for the Zabral with cobalt fur and ask her to tell you of our history. Where? Oh, over there. I'm gonna grab a hunt. Okay. There's so many people here. Has wares if you have the coin. Red fur. You have business with me, Outlander? Ball Ogwin sent you. More meat for the marks. Though you look to have a little more about you than most. Well, if you're dead set on devoting yourself to the Dawn Hunt, I should let you know a little bit more about it. Where to begin? You might say at the beginning, but it's hard to put a pin in exactly when that was. Even before Kona brought the system of mark and bills over from Eorzea, our people were hunters. Not just for food, but for safety, hunting down those ill-mannered monstrosities whose very existence was inimical to our own. It was for that very purpose that the Vipers came to be. The finest hunters in Toral banded together to hone their skills and their blades, and devoted their lives to stalking and slaying the fiends. At first, we were no more than a fellowship of like-minded folk. Folk who take it upon themselves to deal with any danger they caught wind of. It was only after our Guru Jaja united Toral under the Dawn Servant's crown that our rule as prospectors of the realm was made official, or protectors of the realm was made official. Commissions started pouring in from Yazulani to Yaktarel, but we didn't have the numbers to answer them all. That's when Kona proposed we bring in the system he'd seen in Eorzea, calling on adventurers and mercenaries to handle those threats we couldn't. If there's a point to this little history lesson, it's this. Many folk join the hunt seeking adventure, or glory or fortune. But from the very beginning, whatever that was, it's been about one thing and one thing only. Protecting those who can't protect themselves. Don't forget that. And one more request that I make of every Viper to train under me. Don't get yourself killed. We hunt to save lives, not to throw them away for no good reason. I reckon that's enough memorializing for me for one day. It's about time I headed back to Yaktarel. Come and drop by if you're in the area. Ah. Oh, can I not turn in the quest because I'm not max level? Oh, let me switch to... There we go. Looks like a Charlian down there. Back already, are you? Did Tiraquat Cat Tira tell you everything you need to know? Yep. Good to hear. We don't hunt to kill, we hunt to live. Remember that, and you'll be fine. Speaking of, I took the opportunity to update the ledger. You are approved to take on intermediate marks now. Good hunting, and good luck. Intermediate Dawn Hunt mark bills are now available. You are now able to undertake immediate Dawn Hunt marks from the bills from the Dawn Hunt board in Toral. New quests and advances, Dawn Hunt marks will become available from Ball upon reaching level 99. Cool. I'm not going to read that one because that's going to be spoilers. Or at least I feel it would be. Anyway, back to... Ickbellman first. Alright, so I have to go to Ukapacha? Yeah, let's go to Ukapacha. So just going to put this out there to anybody who's wanting to avoid spoilers of zones. Now would be the time I'd suggest you find somewhere else to watch. If you don't care about zone spoilers, and at least within the first 3 zones, which are nothing super important, it's fine. It's mainly just going to be side quests from here on out and doing fates. So I can work on the shared fate thing and doing the side quests so I can clean up my map because it is full of quests and I don't like it. And at the same time working on these blue quests so I can earn flying to make my gathering a little bit easier. Again, there is no MSQ. I have actually finished it. As you can see on the left hand side, it's been in this whole time. So there's no MSQ spoilers. It is all side story and side content and short stories that the Dawntrail gives off for its zones. But again, if you're not wanting to be spoiled on any of that, again, I'm glad you came by. But if you don't want to be spoiled, I do want you to enjoy yourself for Dawntrail. But without further ado, let's get into some side quests. It's not done. Alpacas. Such a beautiful zone. A flustered merchant. Oh, thank goodness. A capable-looking traveler. Please, I need your help. My caravan was attacked by beasts, and I had a bodyguard, a young Mamolja mercenary, but he could barely fend for himself, let alone me. He somehow managed to throw me over his shoulder and carry me all the way here, but no sooner did my feet touch the ground that he ran back into the jaws of death. Damned if I can't fight, not why. Injured as he was, I don't like his chances. Please, I beg of you, go to Chabayek and save him. Grab all the quests. Oh, why hello there. Tell me, friend. Are you not curious about the vibrant carmine hues of our traditional wear? A shade this vivid can only be brought out through the application of age-old dyeing technique. Help me out and I'll tell you about it. In the hills southwest of here, southwest of here, which you can reach by exiting from the nearby gate, there are a few sprouts where sapped Noto-cactars are commonly found. I would like you to collect precisely 2 of them for me. Worry not. I've prepared the 2 remarkably thick sacks that should get the job done. I appreciate your assistance. Whee! Ah, you must be the artisan from Toriol. You're right on time. The damage the canvas sustained from the storm must be evaluated as soon as possible, so I must ask you to begin your inspection immediately. I'm sure you know this well enough, but be sure to check whether any of these frames have been cracked, the canopies ripped, or the balloons on the other side of the... The canopies ripped, or the balloons on either side punctured. We cannot move the caravans until we know they are safe. Have care while inspecting the caravans. Wait, what? You'll find the caravans stopped throughout the settlement. You need to, but inform me when you're finished. What? Complete. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, I recognize you. You're Zamboa, yes? I've heard about you. Your companion to the Third Promise, a most dependable individual. The name's Nopal, and I've had you know that I'm a merchant blessed by fortune, if I do say so myself. Indeed, I believe our meeting today is no chance encounter, but the hands of fate guiding us for one singular purpose, the exchange of individual items at an unbelievable price. If I could direct your attention over here for just a moment. Feast your eyes on these, crates of exceedingly rare and precious corrupted crystals. Beautiful, aren't they? They weren't extracted from remote regions of Eorzea, and They were extracted from a remote region in Eorzea and shine a brilliant orange hue, quite unlike your run-of-the-mill crystals, no? For you, I'm willing to offer them for a low price of 1 pel, in the millions column. It's not a highway robbery at this valuation, but anything for a friend of the third promise. They're not even worth a fraction of that price, my friend. What do you mean? Considering how much it set me back to purchase them, the price I'm offering should be perfectly reasonable. Strange, these are precious crystals, are they not? Actually, they're fucking useless. They're more likely to explode in your face. Just to be certain, these crystals are considered priceless treasures in Eorzea, right? No, actually, we have a massive problem with them, and we can't get rid of them. So, yeah, they're kind of, useless. Let me see if I'm getting this right. Not only are corrupted crystals commonplace across the salt, but they're also highly volatile? Yes. In the past, you've once used such crystals together with an elemental converter to do battle with a powerful entity you call primals? Yes. What's more, you kept them in the warded containers at all times to protect against a deleterious effect? All of which is to say, no practical use for such crystals has been discovered, meaning no one with a sense would ever bother to mine them? The peddler sold me the crystals to me never mentioned a word of this. He claimed they're extremely rare in Eorzea, which is why I decided to purchase them in the first place, even at an exorbitant price he offered. Naturally, I believed him, having never seen crystals of the like. Would you blame me? But if they really have no use, you fucked up. Have I, Nopil the Lucky, been swindled? Well, at the very least, I was able to learn about the crystal's true nature before selling them to some poor soul. Fortune hasn't abandoned me completely yet. At any rate, I'd like to verify that whether these crystals truly hold no value. Would you be willing to help me look into this, Umboa? I need someone I can trust, and you'd be willing to share the truth with me says a lot. No need to answer right away. Give it some thought. If you're no interest, you're free to be on your way. If you decide to assist me, however, I'll be waiting. I mean, hell, if you manage to find a use for corrupted crystals, that'd be kind of cool. You're willing to help, then? Wonderful. You truly are a kind-hearted soul. Now, before I go and confront the merchant who sold me these crystals, I'd like to look into potential uses for them in Toral. For instance, crystals are in high demand among Torali mages, who make extensive use of them in their rituals. And I just so happen to know a spellcaster among the distillery guard, and like you to speak with them about the corrupted crystals, and gauge their interest in purchasing them. In the meantime, I'll see about procuring a container to ward off the crystal's harmful effects. Per your explanation, preparing an elemental converter with my skills is likely impossible, but finding the requisite materials for a warding vessel should be well within my abilities. The mage you're looking for is an individual of the Bunawa tribe. If you happen to upon someone wielding a staff, chances are you found them. Alright. Floating. Oh yeah, my weapon does that too. You carefully examine every elm of the caravan, but discover no issues of note. Okay. I think I might have said canvas earlier, and that threw me off. The canopy's fastenings appear to be coming loose. While this may not impede the caravan's ability to travel, repairs would undoubtedly lead to a more enjoyable journey for its passengers. I can jump in the house. You notice water pooling in the caravan's interior. If it's not removed swiftly, the flooring's integrity may be compromised. Hello, guardsman. I'm gonna get this real quick and then I'll come back to you. Carefully examine the balloon, but they're unable to identify any punctures or tears that might prevent travel. Nice. Hello, guardsman. Unusual crystals. Not interested. I prefer to keep my distance from curiosities. Oh wait, I need to look for a staff guy. There's one. Intriguing. I've never heard of these corrupted crystals. As a practitioner of the arcane arts, I'll not deny they pique my curiosity. But I'm afraid I have no interest in purchasing them. If they're as volatile as you say, there's little to be done with crystals whose very nature can change on a whim. Look how much cleaner my map is already, just by grabbing all of the quests. Oh, hey, it's a viper. You look like you can handle yourself. If you're interested in joining the hunt, I reckon you and I meet again. Oh, okay. Why can't I jump over things? It's just stupid. My, you did a wonderful job, though it seems some of the caravans will need slight repairs. I'm relieved to hear that the damage was not significant. By the way, an artisan claiming he'd been beckoned all the way from Dawntrail to assist with inspections came to me a moment ago, asking for work. I was in such a hurry to have the caravans examined that I mistook you for him. Please forgive me. I'm just grateful you were kind enough to heed my request. The caravans are an innovation of Kona's. During his studies across the salt, he encountered something called a chocobo carriage, and had these designed in their image. By attaching the balloons on the other side of the caravans, are lifted in the air, becoming light enough for alpacas to pull. It is immensely helpful innovation, allowing us to tread the steep mountain roads throughout Dawntrail more safely and swifter than ever. Thanks to you, we are one step closer to having our caravans ready for such travel once more, and returning to a sense of normalcy. Did humanity ever do something similar to this? Like, I'm trying to think of, like, I know we had wagons, and then we had the stagecoaches, and those were horse-drawn carriages, but I don't think we ever used balloons. Outside of, like, zeppelins and hot air balloons, did we? I'm actually going to Google that real quick. And also get rid of all these things that I accidentally opened while I'm fighting stuff. Google! Did we ever use balloons for caravans? Spy balloons, no. Barrage balloons, no. I guess the technology was kind of obsoleted because we invented cars so soon and trains. For travel. I guess, yeah, they're just gonna be hot air balloons. Parts. Did we use balloons for parts? No, it doesn't look like we did. I guess not from an immediate quick Google search. I'm actually really curious about that now. So even the mage was not interested. Nevertheless, I thank you for speaking with them on my behalf. It seems you're right, these crystals really are worthless. I may be able to make back what I've lost, but there's still one thing I can do. Zabo, I wish to stop the Pioneer's peddler from continuing his crooked ways. Will you help me? Yeah, sure. Oh, what a relief. Allow me to offer you a small token of my thanks. When you have a moment to spare, please come see me again. We must stop him before he has a chance to swindle anybody else. Every moment we leave that peddler to his own device is another opportunity for some unsuspecting traveler to be hoodwinked. We need to figure out where he's been and where he may get to next. I'll ask around and we'll watch a pillow. If anyone else has similar run-ins with the despicable merchant. Disreputable. In the meantime, I'd like you to find the scoundrel and keep it in your sights by whatever means necessary. We can't have him leaving before we've had a chance to settle this matter, after all. I expect he's still in Ukapacha, visiting the markets to use his ill-gotten peel to stock up for his return to Eorzea. Like as not, he's inspecting the stalls at Ukolovo's inn. Ask for a Lalafell by the name of Gigi Mulu, but be discreet. Once you've found him, try to keep him occupied for as long as you can. Inside the building? Let me in. I don't go in from there. Do I get in here? Where is this? Oh, it's up there. How do I get there? Not that way. Aha, I figured it out. Hello. In pursuit of Mescal. Say, you look like an intrepid individual. I could really use your help with something. A short ways from here in Chambamiki, exceptionally large, shall we say, overgrown Magamui are known to appear. I'd like you to take one down and retrieve in a large bowl from its body. That's right, I'll tell you upon your return. Okay. Ouchie. There's the south gate would be over here. Chocobo! The smack! Oh my god, it does so much damage. I forgot about that. Oh, I only needed to kill one. I'll kill one more anyways. Just because I have the buff active. I forgot all about the hunt. Ah, well, this is a pleasant surprise. To think we'd meet again here of all places. You do recognize me, don't you? The merchant you spoke with on the ship to Tuliol. I neglected to impart my name to you that time, but I shall happily rectify that now. Gugamolo, at your service. Since my arrival on the continent, I must say, business has been booming. I'll spare you the details of my most recent transaction, but suffice to say, I earned quite a handsome sum from a most generous young merchant. Truly makes the lengthy voyage here feel well worth the trouble. Oh my god, I remember seeing the stack of crystal on the ship. All that remains before I return to Aores is to purchase some commodities. Alas, ever since I felt the soothing waves of that place retreat on my skin, I can think of little else. The mere mention of it has stirred my yearning to avail myself of those hot springs once more. It was my pleasure to meet you again, my friend, but I must be going. Farewell. Okay, bye. Hey, I heard you got a quest for me? Ah, an unfamiliar face. Are you perchance a traveler? If so, I dare say you could not have timed your visit any better. Tell me, do you know of the hot springs managed by the Papelu? My master will soon be performing a traditional dance at the Mamaja there. I intend to join him once I've closed my stall for the day. If you're interested in seeing it for yourself, simply head to Panapelu Retreat, south of here, and look for the dancer carrying himself with poise and grace. Excuse me, sir, do you have a moment? Please, I need your help. I'm a craftsman come to discuss a new project with a client, but I seem to have lost my lucky charm along the way. My dear doll. I'm afraid how the meeting may turn out without it. The last time I saw it was at Panapu Retreat. Maybe it fell out when I was gathering my things? I'm to meet with my client in just a moment, and it wouldn't do well to be late. I realize this is sudden, but would you find my doll for me? I'll delay the meeting as long as I can. Interesting. Wait, don't I need you? Nope. But I pulled you anyway. Oh no. Ooh, a gunbreaker showed up. Oh, there's somebody else now too. Machinist? Yep. Oh, so I have to use the black. All the people with their chocobos. Oh, I did it again. God damn it. There we go. Oh yeah, I guess I could queue for roulettes while I'm doing this. Dignified dancer. You're interested in our traditional bathing dances? I'm honored. It would be my pleasure to show it to you. But to truly appreciate it, first you must understand the purpose behind each movement. The dancer steps before the spring and pours its purifying waters over the body thrice, cleansing skin of grime, mind of thoughts, and joints of ache. Only when they are in perfect condition may the dance begin. Come, I will show you. What you want?
What's up, stream? Did you see what I said?
Yeah, I didn't understand what the fuck you meant.
So, I'm you know where.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say anything. One of the NPCs that we work with, you should recognize the name.
Oh yeah, I already know.
That's why I said that.
Ah. Yeah, the moment. Yeah, now I understand what you're talking about. Yeah.
And you know where I'm at?
Yep.
How much more do I got?
8 hours?
Fuck. I'm getting tired again, and I just started playing
You haven't
again.
gotten the final zone yet, bro.
I know, that's what sucks.
I said the final zone itself is like 5 hours long.
I've done 4 quests and I'm already falling asleep again, and I literally just got done playing like 3 rounds of Hunt Showdown.
Yeah, so I saw you log up, but I didn't see you log back in.
Yeah.
In terms of where you are in the zone, for the current zone, because once you go to the final zone, that's it. You're there, and that's it.
Yeah, it's like how a lot of the others are. I'm sure.
Maybe like 2-ish hours?
Oh, so I'm almost done. You said 8 hours.
Yeah. And then you have like 5 hours in the next zone.
Oh, I have 2 more hours in this zone.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Because you haven't started working with him yet, have you?
No.
Little one?
No.
Okay.
I'm about to though.
Okay.
Because I just got to the part where you did the meet and greet.
Okay.
And
yeah, so after that
person overheard.
Okay, you're about to okay, you're a lot farther than I thought you were then. So you have maybe an hour.
Okay. Not too. I'm almost also level 99. I haven't sat there and done that dungeon yet.
Yep, that's after.
No, the one where I wanted to farm to get all the gear.
Oh.
That dungeon.
Oh. Yeah,
again, I don't want to say anything because I know you're doing non-spoilers other than probably playing Ecto or Reaper or Viper.
And going through the side quest stuff.
I was seeing a bunch of stuff to be careful with side quests.
Why?
There are a couple of side quests that actually will spoil story.
Ooh.
So
I mean, the only thing that's popped up is the fact that I worked with Uklamat.
Well, everybody knows that one because most content creators are at least unlocking the 2 zones. I did learn that one.
That's what I'm doing right now.
But apparently there is a side quest. I don't know exactly where it's at. It's the big one, and it deals with riddles. That is all I know.
Oh, that's probably the riddle quest that I don't do.
Oh, well, all I know is they were talking about side quests and riddles, and it will cause severe spoilers.
If I come across it, I'll make sure to avoid it. But yeah, so just to let you know where in terms of you are on the cusp of the...
finishing up the zone that I'm in.
Yep, doing the dungeon, and then straight into a trial.
And then there's still a whole nother set after?
Mm-hmm. There's still a whole
because
zone.
I have a feeling I know what the trial's probably going to be.
And then you have a whole dungeon, or a whole zone, that ends with a dungeon and the final trial of the game.
And there's still another final trial? Who the...
Or what?
Yes.
What about lightning? Oh,
I went quiet when I said that because I realized what I said.
It took me a second to realize what you said. I was like, the Ascian of lightning? What the fuck?
And now you just said it out loud.
Well, everybody who's in my chat knows what an Ascian is.
Yeah.
But to even say an Ascian of lightning, that makes no fucking sense.
Well, we had an Ascian of light, we had an Ascian of dark.
They're not bound to elements.
I know. But they know everything else. And it kind of seemed to be that way.
No.
Except for Laha.
All of them are not that way. 2 of them were accidents.
Looking at you, Laha.
But yeah. So yeah, you have roughly about like 6-8 hours left of story.
Shit. At least I know I'll finish it today, but still. Shit.
Yeah. Well, no, you got
Hopefully it picks up.
Oh, it does.
Because I'm in that lull part. I know I'm in the lull, and it's just a matter of like, how much longer is this lull?
You're about to meet one of my favorite characters.
I've already met somebody I really like. I'm just gonna say Mother. I really like her.
Yeah, Mother is cool. I like her. She's fun. She's whimsical.
For somebody who's as old as she is.
But alright, I'm gonna go back to my side stories so we don't spoil things. Why did you knock? Oh, so somebody's gonna miss it. Alright. The bathing dance is under no circumstance allowed in the public springs. Those who do not comply will be escorted out and banned for further entry. The stimulation is simply too much for the other guests. I'd be happy to have someone escort you to one of our private springs, where you may perform the dance to your heart's content. What? I was unaware of such a rule. Very well, if it is regrettable that I cannot demonstrate Mamolja tradition before an audience, but prefer better that I dance in private than not at all. I am sorry you came all this way for nothing, my friend. Would you be so kind enough to let my pupil, Vogilja, know that I will be performing in seclusion? Also, sorry, chat, if you were listening in on my brother and I's conversation are now completely confused. It's okay. Oh, a yellow one. I journeyed here on guard duty for a merchant who has business in Ukapacha, but his dealings are taking longer than expected. Fine by me, I'll just keep soaking in these waters. That's a mood. Ah, Gamoja. Or, give me whatever I said, Gamoja. Oh, it's you again. Did you follow me here? Or perhaps you have to succumb to the lure of these hot springs? The water is perfect temperature and the view is ravishing. All of my worries seem to just melt away. Oh, I suppose I have also Cavell to thank for that. He's been the perfect attendant, taking care of my every need. I'm surprised you're still listening to me ramble on. If I didn't know better, I might think you might not enjoy these springs but to speak with me. So who's this Cavell? Oh, you're Cavell. Oh, one second, I smell food. I'm going to make sure it's not food for me. So, yes, it's that. Because if it is, sweet. And I want some food now. Yeah. Also gives me time to refill my tea. I'm actually going to get water. I'll be right back, chat. Just back real quick. Okay, I am back. I have ice water. Not breakfast. Even though it's not even breakfast time. Where's my button? Oh, that's the print screen button. Oh god, what have I done? How do I take this off again? I forgot. There we go. I couldn't remember what button it was for my hide UI. Alright, Cavil. 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 Gigimulu truly did such an awful thing? I had no idea. He only recently began to visit the springs and hired me to take care of odds and ends for him during his sojourns. I took him to be quite the affluent individual, the way he carries himself. My heart goes out to poor Nopal, but the Papelu, I'm quite intrigued. But as a Papelu, I'm quite intrigued by Gigimulu's trading practices. Allow me to explain. Many years ago, we Papelu were looked down upon by other people of Tural, both figuratively and literally, due to our diminutive stature. Chagrined it is that our ancestors decided to start wearing masks made in the image of the most powerful Tural, Vidral, Villamaganda, in order to strike fear into the hearts of all who looked upon them. Today, however, the meaning of the masks has changed. After becoming peddlers in the Dawn Serpent's suggestion, the masks have come to symbolize fair transactions. Indeed, they are now proof of our reputability. That's a word I haven't seen that before. Instead of focusing solely on our own profit, we endeavor to make every trade mutually satisfactory. Countless years of doing so has earned us the respect of those around us, and we now very rarely experience any belittlement. Yet it seems Gigimulo wishes only to fill his own coffers, even at the expense of those with whom he deals business. It's a shame. After what he's done, no Tural will wish to barter with him again, no matter what quality of import he has at hand. I'll keep a close watch on him from now on. I don't want to see anyone else swindled out of their hard-earned peel. Though, given his present euphoria, I doubt he'll be doing anything of the sort anytime soon. That said, I'm sure Nepal must be anxious to hear from you. I have matters here well in hand. Why don't you return to him? Small wooden shelf. You look at a small pouch behind the shelf. Inside you find an adorable doll, a warm smile adorning its face. This appears to be the missing item. Oh, I got it first try, let's go. I don't see any monsters down there, so yeet! There's a side quest about puzzles that apparently spoils things. Good to know. Hey, your master's not going to be able to do it. Oh dear, forgive me. I didn't realize the dance had been forbidden in the public springs. I traveled all this way to perform it, following in the graceful footsteps of the most experienced and most handsome of all my master's pupils. Oh, Buguaja. How I miss him. He left Harao many years ago, saying he would make a name for himself as a mercenary across the salt. I hope he is well. But that is neither here nor there. I must thank you for relaying my master's message to me. I will join him in the private springs when I've finished up here. It's unfortunate you cannot witness the dance today, but hopefully one day soon you will have the opportunity to behold the glory of our sacred dance. Yes, and I got an item for it. 645 for a ring. Actually better than what I currently have. Were you able to find it? Yep, here's your doll. Oh, thank goodness. My precious doll, I won't let it out of my sight again. We Papula became merchants after Gulu Jaja bestowed a great kindness upon our people. To help achieve his goal of fostering amity between clans, this doll's bright smile serves as a reminder to uphold that ideal, to spread happiness through trade. I've no doubt that you, being a kind-hearted individual you are, will enjoy great fortune and happiness in your future business endeavors. I truly can't thank you enough for your help. I think I just leave out this. That is not a gate. Dark Knight? It is a Dark Knight. I love female Hrothgar. They look so fucking cool. Nya! Oh, this one fell over. Thick sack? As you force the Natokaktar into the sack, you notice a red substance clinging to its cuticles. That was a hard word to pronounce. I've never actually read the word cuticle before. You go up. Oh, here's another one. Oh, wrong item. Oh, this one doesn't have anything attached to its cuticles. That's a risky drop. Ooh, am I getting Dancer? Oh, this dungeon again.
took you so?
Am I gonna get all the loot? That'd be great.
The amounts are in trouble. Let's split up.
Okay, they got the chest.
Oh, no, you don't.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, forgot about that. GG. Oh, wrong chat. GG. Player comps scholar. She saved my life like a few times. Ooh, scouting gear. Ooh, I want it, but she's probably taking it. $91 in the caster roll. Nice. Okay. So that's high level done. Let's go on to level. I'm here for this fate real quick. Bing, 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 bing. Around the rocks I go. What is this for? The plant thing I need to kill? Oh, he's bigger than I thought. I love Common in Black. That's my favorite spell. Next, the Moogle Beam. Moogle Beam and then Common in Black. So that was pretty simple. And a Traveler to the rescue. Oh, the mercenary guy from the very beginning. Hello, friend. Are you safe? I can hardly believe my eyes. You filled those bloodthirsty beasts with such ease. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Thank you for saving me. As a mercenary for hire, I'm ashamed such help was even necessary. Hey, it's all good, friend. So the merchant sent you, did she? The attack on the caravan saw her wares scattered all over. I figured the least I could do was retrieve as much as I could. Thanks to your timely rescue, I can still do just that. No need for you to stay with me, friend. Go and let her know that I am safe. I'll grab what I can and be along shortly. Is the bulge in those sacks what I think it is? Oh my lord. Wonderful, my friend. Wonderful. Frail as I am, I could never have hoped to carry back these oversized succulents. As agreed, I shall share with you the secrets of our dyeing technique. Tell me, did you notice the little bits of red in their cuticles as you've packed them into the sacks? It's nothing to be alarmed about, but those are in fact parasites. Once infested by the Vioken, the Noctotar gradually weaken. Eventually, they wander away from their prickly pears and settle in the southwestern hills, though it's not entirely clear if this migration is of its own volition. When we found the Noctotar completely sapped of its strength, we brushed the parasites along, ailing it into a bag, dry them, and finally crush them to extract the carmine within. I'm sure using insects to create dye must seem unusual, but when living in parched lands with sparse vegetation, one must develop a deep and rich understanding of all that is available. Deep and rich like the red of our dye. Interesting. Interesting dye for, or glam set for a Dark Knight. Ugh. Hello, flustered merchant. Your friend's okay. The mercenary's okay. Oh, I'm so relieved to hear he's safe. The Momolja take considerable pride in their trade as mercenaries, but that young man seems to have a particularly acute sense of responsibility. I've heard tales that some Momolja travel across the salt to make a name for themselves. As a preliminary step to that, it seems many young hopefuls gather experience here in Tural as mercenary and bodyguards to sharpen their skills. That said, earnest as he is, the young man failed to protect my caravan. We'll have to discuss some form of compensation for my losses. I'm not heartless, however. He saved my life and risked his own to reclaim my wares. There's much to consider. For now, however, treating his wounds must come first. Yay! Aether currents. Just a few down there as well. What? You met Gigimulu during your voyage to Tural? What a small world. In any case, thank you for lending your assistance once again, Zamboa. It's reassuring to know Kavo will be keeping careful watch of him. As for my investigation here, it seems I'm presently Gilgamo's only victim. But I fear I won't be the last. There's no telling what underhanded tricks he'll use to procure those wares you spoke of. Oh, and I refuse to let him besmirch all that it means to be a merchant. I have a plan, but I'm going to need your help. Finding bait. I'd like your opinion on something, Zamboa. Should word spread of Gilgamo's underhanded practices, it won't be long before there's not a soul in all of Tural willing to deal with him. How do you feel about that? I'm not sure. It's a bit of a conundrum, isn't it? But from my perspective, such a conclusion would be troubling. After all, we'd lose one of the few merchants willing to voyage across the seas to do business with us. If he is to remain a potential trading partner in the years to come, he needs to be made to see the errors of his ways. I suspect a few words of warning will do little. However, he needs to be taught a proper lesson, to feel the sting of being swindled for himself. And we shall make sure that he does, the Papelu way. First, we'll need an alluring piece of merchandise to serve as bait. Hailing from across the salt yourself, I can think of none better suited to finding something that might garner his interest. Have a look about the sea and see what the local specialties we have to offer. I should like to know if anything catches your eye. Something rare. I can think of nothing better than coffee plants. They'd surely fetch a handsome price, seeing as you most likely can't find them from where you're from. Actually, I think we have coffee. Oh, so you can find them where you are. Well, in that case, I'd like you to try your coffee for myself. But we don't have this this stuff. A local specialty that's on the rarer side. How about the popotos being sold at the distillery? It's one of the few vegetables that can be cultivated at these altitudes. We have popotos. Oh, you already have them? Aplenty in Area? Well, it'll be if they're already popular across the salt as well. I couldn't be prouder. fact, that's actually why my cooking stopped, because I didn't have popopotos. Popopotos. The doll peddler. If it's for a merchant, they might be interested in our traditional dolls. They're believed to be good luck for business. I carry one around myself as it happens. Whether or not it's someone unaware of its origin and significance will truly appreciate it is another question entirely. What about alpaca? If you're looking for something out of the ordinary, I'd have to recommend an Uleon Bristol hairbrush. They're good to keep the alpaca's feet free of fleas, and they help prevent skin conditions, among other things. And while you're expecting them to turn and spit on anyone tugging on their hair, the alpacas seem to enjoy the grooming. It's a simple way to help keep them healthy and happy. People can use the brushes too, obviously. The Uleon bristles help distribute natural scalp oils and strip the hair of leftover dead strands to promote a healthier scalp. It's surprisingly gentle on the skin too, so it's a little wonder they've grown so popular. I mean, that's actually kind of similar to what type of hairbrush I use. Though it's not used on animals, it is actually one that helps distribute the natural oils of your hair. I think this is boar bristle, I think is what it's called. It helps distribute the natural hairs, pick out the dead skin cells from your scalp, and also is a detangler too. So if you have like curly hair like I do, it detangles it and makes it nice and smooth. Why can't I jump over these things? Alright, let's make our way not up this way. I want the other side. So much nicer not having a crap ton of quests on the map already. I know I still have zones and like Shadowbringers and Endwalker and all that stuff to still go through, but still. Welcome back. How did you fare? Yep, here's your thing. Oh, I just noticed the orb. A perfect specimen. This will surely make a fine Mascal. Tell me, were you aware that it was actually the people of Dawntrail who taught we Papelu how to make Mascal? They taught us to make the liquor with agave. But we also learned that using the bulb of Megamagui given the drink a real kick. And then Megamagui would give me a real kick if I tried to procure the bulbs myself. Which is why I can't thank you enough for your help. I've no doubt the batch of Mascal I make with this will be a delight. 91! Oh, that's the wrong button. I keep pushing like all the wrong buttons. I'm so used to my smaller keyboard already. Yay! Nestled between the mountains, the dwellings of this village are noticeably scaled down to accommodate the smaller size of its inhabitants. It is here that the peddler clan of the Papelu manufacture their trading goods such as coffee and mascal, as well as maintain a ranch for the breeding and training of alpacas. Ah, you returned. I take it that you found an item or two of interest? I see. An Uleon bristle hairbrush and one of the traditional dolls. I must admit, whether such a doll would truly be desirable to an outsider is a bit dubious. I think it'd be safest to go with a hairbrush. My thanks for finding a suitable bait. Normally they go for 1 pel in the 10,000s column, but to teach our precarious peddler a lesson, I'll offer him 1 for 1 pel in the 100,000s column. Least you worry, I won't actually sell it to him. I'm just giving him a taste of his own medicine, so he can come to understand why a fair and honest deal is so important to we Pelu Pelu. More importantly, I wish to convey something to him. Merchant to merchant. So what do you say? Will you lend me your aid? Yeah, sure. Thank you. Let's give Gigimulu an offer he can't refuse. All that remains is for me to begin my negotiations with Gigimulu. However, even should I approach him, I expect he would be wouldn't be willing to bend an ear to anything I have to say. But if you, a fellow Eorzean, were to whisper in his ear that a merchant dealing in exotic wares he won't find anywhere else, I dare say his interest would be piqued. I expect he's still soaking in the spring, so try to search for him at the retreat. I'll join you after I procure a suitable store of hairbrushes. You give me Thancred vibes. Bum, bum, bum. Bum. Gigimulu. Ah, it is you again. I think you two are unable to resist the allure of these waters. I see, and you wish to introduce me to this merchant of exotic wares. How thoughtful of you. I'm honestly surprised you remembered that I've yet to find a suitable goods to take back to Eorzea. Very well, I shall meet this merchant, but I can hardly sit in a negotiating table in a little more than a bathing towel. Pray wait for me below while I make myself presentable. In the following sequence, you will be tasked with supporting Apollo's negotiations with Gigimulu. As the negotiations may take several minutes, you may want to cancel any pending duty finders. New. Thank you for waiting. Now, where is this merchant you wish to introduce me to? No, Paul, I see. So you two were in cahoots. If you come to return the corrupted crystals, I'm afraid I do not accept refunds. Didn't somebody tell you? I'm here to make you an offer. Make me an offer? Aha! I wasn't born yesterday. Whatever it is you're planning, I want nothing to do with it. The propellers strive to bring others through happiness, through their trade. Hogwash, you really expect me to believe I could benefit from another deal with him? This is not only for your benefit, but that of a new customer you're certain to meet in a future commercial endeavor. Upon my mask, I swear it. You can swear upon whatever you like, I still won't believe you. The only thing I trust less than your word is your meager eye for quality. Any product selected by your hand is one unworthy of my stalls. I picked it out myself. You selected it? Well, now that changes things. Considering your wealth of experience in both Eorzea and Toral, yours are eyes I can trust. I see we have your attention. Then without further ado, allow me to present to you a premium selection of our high quality alpaca hairbrushes. Motherfucker! I had a whole extra 10 minutes on that. That's why I was not worried about it queuing up. I'll take it though. I'll take XP. Oh, walls. Oh, Desmel Darkhold. Don't forgo your food buffs. Ah, doing laundry. Yes, I am. You good? Hey, Phantom, welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Whee. Even more laundry.
Well, I was just overloaded fast.
Mm. How's it going? Going pretty good. Finally reached our level 90 on Viper as well as the Pictomancer. I'm actually now currently 91 on Pictomancer. Ooh. And just doing some dungeons as we do the side stories of Dawntrail. Oh, it's over that way. So I'm going to be lurking? Ah, no problem. Thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate just stopping by and saying hello. But you have a good stream and good luck. Thank you so much. Have a good one. And again, thank you so much for lurking. Oh, I did not mean to need on that. Whoops. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Oh shit. Ectomancer is so fun. Bum, 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 bum. I forget which ones out of these I still need to get. I need to actually go through and get all of those for the achievement. Oh shit, I'm too close. Rest to die. GG. Maybe healer. Alright, let's do this again. Alright, answer that one. I picked it out. Okay. The bristles are firm yet supple, gentle in the skin, and exceedingly pleasant to the touch. Even the most sensitive alpacas can't get enough of it. Indeed, I dare say these brushes are unparalleled quality. We already have brushes for livestock in Eorzea. Furthermore, the market for such a commodity would be limited to farmers, all but squandering any chance of profit. I would not purchase a product merely because it is good quality. What if you could use it on your own hair? I must admit, as a merchant, it is important to always make oneself as personable as possible. Yet I'm confused as to why you would ask. Ah, so people can use the brushes as well. Then I may try it for myself if it is a quality product for men and women of good taste, then the potential market would expand considerably. Oh my, this is quite lovely. The way the bristles gently caress my scalp, each stroke gliding through my hair like a gentle breeze. And somehow every strand falls perfectly into place. My hair has never felt so smooth, soft and smooth. Yes, consider me interested. I dare say the brushes will sell themselves to those with like-minded taste of elegance. Now, let us discuss payment. By my estimation, a single brush would be roughly 10,000 pel, give or take. Ah, speaking of worth, I forgot to mention one terribly important detail. The brushes are made with the hair of a creature indigenous to Toral, the Eulion. Specimens are painstakingly chosen for each brush by a master craftsman, paying close attention to the beast's age as well as the texture, thickness, and strength of their hair. I'd say a single brush is worth no less than 2 pel in the 100,000s column. I beg your pardon, 200,000 pel for a brush. You must be out of your mind. I shall take my business elsewhere. Wait, after purchasing the corrupted crystals from you, I'm in urgent need of funds. If you agree not to disclose this to anyone else, I'm willing to sell the brushes to you for half that price. You'd go so far as to offer them at half their market price. And it certainly comes as no surprise that you lack capital. I may not find a more opportune bargain. Very well, you have yourself a deal. I shall use I shall use all the pel I have on hand to purchase as many brushes as you can offer. Okay, so yeah, it was the feat that just came up. Must be a special feat or something. Now then, let us return to my storehouse and watch Chupello to finalize our transaction. I trust that it's fine with you, Google Mew. Gigi Mulu. I don't know why I keep playing Gugu. Indeed, I shall make a short detour to Igaval's Inn to gather my things before joining you. Pray excuse me. Whew, the negotiations went rather well, if I do say so myself. I cannot thank you enough for your assistance. But now the negotiations can truly begin. We should hurry back to Chupello as well. Alright, let me remove that. Blech. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Something smells very sweet. I don't know what it is. But it's not like a food kind of sweetness. It's just like a smell good kind. Oh wait, my mom's doing laundry. Never mind. There you are, Zomboa. Now that we're all assembled, let us continue our discussion. What is there to discuss? The deal is already agreed upon. All that remains is the exchange of goods. Are you sure? Even if I told you the actual value of a brush is a single pel in the 10,000s column? What? Wait, you deceived me! Oh no, nothing of the sort. I merely followed your example. I do personally believe that a single brush is worth 2 pel in the 100,000s column. I also urgently need funds after purchasing those crystals. But more importantly, the brushes are of an unparalleled quality. To think that I'd be outfoxed by the man I took for a fool. Yet why tell me its true value now? Had you remained silent, you could have made back all the money you lost. I find that a strange question. Are we not both merchants? Rather than prey on one another, hoping to make our fortunes in a single exchange, would it not be mutually beneficial for us to, in a long term, to become trade partners? As far as I'm concerned, this is a chance I can't afford to let slip away. Foreign merchants willing to sail all the way to Taral are few and far between, and I certainly wouldn't have to wherewithal to travel to Eorzea for myself anytime soon. After all I've done, you would ask me to be my trade partner. I ply my trade in the city called Ulda, where the unspoken rule of business is to deceive or be deceived. To seize what opportunities you can and quickly move on. Long-term profits have ever been the furthest thing from my mind. When I first saw you, Nopel, I could sense your naivety. Thus did I approach you with a mind to exploit it, and pawned my worthless corrupted crystals into your eager hands. At the time, I thought it simply business as usual. And yet I am wholly embarrassed by the thought of it now. That you would use the same ploy against me in even greater profit makes it all the more shameful. Nopel, I am truly sorry for deceiving you. I shall return all the money I took from you, and make what amends I can for the trouble I've caused. I do not deserve your forgiveness, let alone your partnership, but if you're certain that is the best, of course. I am, but forget about the money. I'd like you to bring back more of those corrupted crystals. If I can find a use for them, we'll have the product that can be easily sold for a premium, and we can corner the market here in Dural. I'm happy to oblige, but such a time that the crystals become profitable here, I could not proceed in good conscience without products we can both benefit from. If it pleases you, I'd like to explore our options. Hey, so I've been wondering, what does Hydrate Pando mean? So a nickname I have is Panda. So Hydrate Panda was just basically give me hydration. And that's pretty much it. It wasn't until recently that I started to change my... what's the word I'm looking for? My persona, I guess? My identity on the internet from being a panda to being a bun boy. Inspired by my character from Final Fantasy XIV. So I have just gone through and updated everything to basically reflect my new change of identity. That's all. My nickname? Yeah. So it was a name I got in high school. I actually used to be known as Teddy Bear. Due to the fact that I was a big guy and I give like warm cuddly hugs. So I earned the nickname of Teddy Bear. And that was like late middle school, early high school. And then during a vacation, I ended up dyeing my hair black. And I, at that time, had very blondish looking hair for being out in the sun. So I came into school after vacation having just dark black hair, and thus I earned the nickname of Panda. So people would call me Panda instead of my actual name. But yeah, so Panda is just a moniker that I had for a while. That's all. I couldn't have conceived Gumamu... wait, wrong voice. I couldn't have convinced Gumamu, Gigimolu without your help, Zumbo. Together, I believe he and I can bring other happiness through trade, if not only in Tural, but Eorzea and beyond. I've prepared a small gift for you to show my thanks. Though it is hardly enough, I hope, this is some sort of benefit to you during your travels. And if it is, if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to find me. Yeah, no problem. To be quite honest, there's a lot of things I've been meaning to do for my Twitch and stuff like that, like updating the alerts, updating my little bit stuff that I have, as well as potentially adding in a VTuber avatar. I've just been incredibly lazy and haven't done jack shit. Alright, so we got some quests over here. It's the green one! Say for Senpai noticed me. Honestly, I can't remember what Senpai noticed me was for. I remember it was a joke, and I can't remember what I had it for now. Because that all of these were set up like 6 years ago, 7 years ago now. Back when they were kind of like first introduced, and I just never changed them. VIP? I could do VIP. $100,000 points to get a VIP. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. I don't know if that's allowed or not, but I can definitely look into it. Chocobo, save me! Just because if you earn that many points, you've been around the channel for a very long time, so. Oh, he came back. I just walked into that. No, I did not. No, oh, still alive. Blop. Oh, 6 out. When did you start playing this game? I started playing Final Fantasy Realm Reborn actually during A Realm Reborn, shortly after the relaunch of the game. And I played it for a little while, back on the PlayStation 3, I think it was, at the time. And then I ended up leaving the game, coming back shortly before the Heaven's Ward expansion came out. And that's where I played the vast majority of it early on in my cycle for Final Fantasy. And I ended up taking a break because I played other MMOs at the time, such as World of Warcraft, and then a bunch of other MMOs in between those years. And I would come back to playing Final Fantasy during Stormblood. I don't know what patch it was, but I found out about the Samurai class, and I'm like, that's what I want to play as. So I came back and was working on getting myself to the Samurai, while also re-leveling myself through the Rogue class that was introduced, and which eventually becomes the Ninja. And I ended up burning myself out, and then came back. This unfortunately means nothing to me, but perhaps I can get like a year. So 2012, I think it is when A Realm Reborn came out. Let me double check on that. So Final Fantasy 14 Realm Reborn. If I can spell Reborn right, born release date. Okay, so it was 2013. So it was August of 2013. I probably started playing around November-ish. Like I said, it was very early on. And then a little bit in 2014, I know I played. And then, like I said, I would come back to playing when Heaven's Ward was about to be coming out. So that came out 2015. So I was probably playing it in 2014. And then it wasn't until essentially the last couple of years, I'd say 6 or so years, because we're in, 2024 now? And I've been playing since, like, 2017-ish? 2018? 2018, I think, is when I came back, and I've kind of, like, this became my main MMO. So with breaks, you've been playing close to 10 years. That sounds nice. Not that long, because of the fact that I would only play for like a couple of months at a time. So it hasn't been like a full year, because like even if I do my playtime now, which this is actually my second character I made, I only have 138 days in total. Because I only had one character prior to this character that I had, which was the original cat girl that I played as. And then I made Zombo as after that. Because that's when I joined on PC. And that's when I really started playing a little bit more. Yeah, if it was World of Warcraft, that game, I've definitely played like 12, 13 years. But Final Fantasy, I'd probably say I'm accumulative to whatever my time is. Everybody hydrate. Oh, thank you for the drink. I just asked 3,000 points worth of questions without paying nothing, so here is a hydrate. Like I said, I do need to go about updating that, because it's all old stuff, so I just need to do it and get off my butt and update my stuff. Update my informations. You there. Might I beg your assistance with something? I was taking a stroll through the valley the other day when I discovered coffee beans scattered in the brush with not a What is happening? Oh, Hunt Train. The brush with a... Wait, where was I at? Discovered coffee beans scattered in the brush with not a coffee plant in sight. Curiosity got the better of me, and so I brought some back here to brew. The taste was simply exquisite. I'd like to acquire more, but therein lies the problem. I found the beans in Chambamaki, an area south of here known to the territory of mountain bears. They'd tear me to shreds, but something tells me you could manage the trip. Here, take these smoke bombs to drive back the bears, and bring back whatever coffee beans you can. So that is far to the south. Okay. Hot-blooded storekeeper. Interesting. My darling Alpy didn't spit at your approach, which can only mean she trusts you, and if she does, then so do I. As such, I would ask a favor. Recently, a sack of premium coffee beans was stolen from our storehouse. The thieves came in the dead of night, but I was wide awake to catch them in the act. A band of Hobigo mercenaries. My brave Alpy spat at their leader square in the face, and thanks to her saliva's distinct scent, I was able to track them down. They were well armed, however, so I resolved to give up the coffee beans, but for a strapping fellow like you, contending with these thieves shouldn't be a problem. So please, I beg you, go to the Orcanons, and teach them a lesson. Yeah, you don't need to worry about spending points for questions. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I shall go north for the coffee beans, and then south for more coffee beans. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do this real quick. Trials. Oh, they're Mamalja. I was thinking goblins for some reason. Ugh, the smell. I can't get rid of the smell. What? Who are... Ah, I've had it up to here today. Boys, get them. Oh, shit. I was not expecting... I don't know why I was not expecting this, but... Yeet. Deletion. Boys? Damn you, you'll regret this. Oh, coffee beans. Like, imagine how cold it would be to, like, point wall people. Wait, how would... Like, imagine how could it would be to, like, point wall people from asking questions. Oh, yeah. Well, back then, people didn't know what the point system was really for, so everybody just made up stuff. And so, I actually took the ideas from an old streamer I used to follow, and that was my point system. By the way, you said this is your main MMORPG. Are you playing any other RPGs? If so, which ones? So, I also play World of Warcraft, although I haven't touched it in quite a while because of Dawntrail's release, which is the expansion I'm currently playing now. But I will be playing World of Warcraft come the War Within expansion release, which I believe is next month. And I will be diving into that, similar to how I am with Final Fantasy, where it is going to be a bunch of content for about like a week, maybe 2 weeks. And then jump back to Final Fantasy, because again, this is probably going to be my primary game for quite some time, as I'm just enthralled by this expansion. There will be other games as well that I play. They are kind of on the back burner. I have a few ideas of series I want to play. One of them I've actually started. It's the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I do intend to go back to playing that, and now that my PlayStation 5's hooked up, I can actually do that. I had to take that off for for a little while because I just didn't have it working. So that will be making a return. Unfortunately, though, with Final Fantasy VII Remake, that's on my YouTube account, or YouTube side of streaming, not my Twitch. Other than that, at the moment, other RPGs I'm looking interested in is actually playing through the other Final Fantasy's games. I actually do own a vast majority of them, and I've never played them, and I want to. And then for other MMORPGs themselves, not at the moment, because none seem all that enticing to me. A lot of them kind of keep falling at the wayside in terms of, like, how developers are making the game or the overall quality of the game that comes out. Like I'm looking at New World, for example, where they're actually just completely rebranding the entirety of the game into a action RPG MMO, I think. And then you have games like Riot Games' MMO that they're scrapping and starting over, so that's not going to be coming out for quite some time. And then you had I can't remember the name of it now. Ashes of Creation, that was it. Ashes of Creation, which is still, I think, in like early alpha, or now I think they might have just gone to early beta. So that's still not even out yet, and I don't know when that's going to be coming, so who knows. Will I play other MMOs? I mean, potentially. It is possible. I am a variety gamer. It's just, at the moment, I am just consumed with Final Fantasy XIV. And that's because this expansion launched Tuesday. So. You've returned, and you look none worse for the wear. What a relief. Yep, and I got your coffee for you. Here you go. Ah, our precious coffee beans. Thank you so much. So much. I knew I could trust you. Coffee's popularity continues to soar, and as does the demand for it. I'm afraid incidents like this one have grown increasingly more common. Everyone's been pouring their hearts out into this to make the most delicious coffee possible, and given the mate tea farms a run for their money. And yet those thieves tried to steal the very fruit of our labors. Bad apples, the lot of them. And you know bad apples when you see one, don't you? They deserve to be spat on. Tooey. Oh, sorry about that. I get a little carried away. But I've taken up enough of your time. Here's a little something for your troubles. And the spittle. I mean, honestly speaking, I'm not really here for the games, considering I'm not an MMO player to begin with. I mean, that's fair enough. I say if you're here just to, like, entertain yourself, give, like, something to listen to while it's in the background, or if it does eventually pique your interest, that's fine. I'm just here to have a good time, play some video games, and share my experiences as I do it. Also, it kind of gives me something more to do than just sit quietly and play a video game for 12 hours a day. Although usually after a stream I stop playing video games. Mountain bears. Background noise and chatting? Yeah. I can understand that. Angry mountain bear. Oh yeah, I forgot to throw the powder on. Is it smoke bomb? Yeet. Goodbye, batter. Brown mound of dirt. Your hands navigate through the sticky soil, finally grasping something solid with a clump of coffee beans. The soil is warm to the touch and surprisingly moist. Nevertheless, you plunge your hands inside and retrieve a dripping clump of coffee beans. Ah, so this is actually like how real coffee is made. Instead of it being koala poo, it is bear poo. The stench emanating from this mound of soil is veritably assault on your nostrils, but you preserve the name of delicious coffee and stick your hands inside to claim one last clump of coffee beans. Bear poo coffee. I don't really have much opportunities to communicate in English, so that's also one of the reasons. Ah! Well, it's very good practice. Whee! That was actually one of the reasons why I found Sachili, is I wanted to practice my Japanese a little bit, and though I don't study it as much, if at all, actually I don't study it at all anymore, it's almost been a year, I actually just enjoyed her community and her streams, so I stuck around. And now I'm one of her mods, which still surprises me. I have your coffee beans. Wonderful, you've returned. I'm glad to see you still have all your appendages. Ah, but tell me, were you able to find more of those wondrous coffee beans? soiled coffee beans. These coffee beans are covered in putrid smelling soil. Marvelous, thank you. Ah, but they seem to be covered in... Is that soil? Well, this appears to be dung. That would explain the... Ah, as omnivores, mountain bears feed upon the flora and fauna alike. Unbeknownst to us, however, it seems that they've developed a liking to our coffee plants, and have been snacking on them in secret. But because the beans are difficult to digest, they remain whole to the bears' leavings. I suspect that's while inside the stomachs, the flavors and fragrance of the plants and fruits the bears normally eat permeate the beans, diminishing their bitterness and resulting in coffee beans with a fruity, sweet flavor. A most intriguing discovery, one I couldn't have made without your help. Thank you. I dare say we have a new premium blend of coffee on our hands. Which is actually how a flavor of coffee beans is made in real life. Oh, stuck on the signpost. Doesn't look like I can climb there. I'll try it out, see if I can get up there. Oh! Chocobo, come back to me. Do I need one? I need 3 of them. There we go. Beautifully done. I'm gonna try and climb up this mountain here, see if I can get this reveal spot. If I can, that's an achievement. Let's see. Looks like I can potentially climb up that, maybe? Aha! No! I am up. Yeah, I can't reach it still. It doesn't reach down there either. This is actually something you truly need flying for. Alright. Well, I tried. Blah. A blend for every taste. Sounds like more stuff. Hello there, I hear you're a traveler from across the salt. Just the person I need to assist me. I wish to expand trade beyond the borders of Taral, and so I've been planning to export mate tea. The problem, however, is mate's reputation for being something of an acquired taste. My solution was to blend mate leaves with some of our local specialties, and your foreign palate would be the perfect to test them. One of our brewers has already prepared a batch in the relaxation area. Why not go and speak with her? Oh, sure. I'm always down to try a good cup of tea. Ah, you must be the one here to try our new blends. I prepared 3 for your sample. I believe there's nothing more telling than the expression one makes when they sip the first cup of an unfamiliar tea. So go on, have a taste, but please stay where I can see you. Alright, so what do we got first? A fruity blend. You taste a hint of acidity, perhaps citrus? It complements the natural mellow mate tea well, serving to create a soothing mixture. Personally love myself a nice fruity tea. Those are really nice. A rich blend. Notes of honey and vanilla tickle your tongue. A delightful blend. It may very well have a wide peel in Eorzea and beyond. That sounds delicious. An earthy blend. You detect a light bitterness behind the full-bodied, earthy flavor of this blend. It's quite unique, but will surely have its admirers. I can see from your expressions how much you enjoyed each of the blends. As the one who personally brewed them, I'm truly honored. You have a favorite among the selection. Please let Papoli know. All three, please. Thank you. Papoli. Ah, you're back. I take it you've tried each of the blends? Tell me, which one was your favorite? I'm going to say the rich blend. Oh, I quite like that one myself. I thought perhaps the sweet taste of honey would mitigate the mate's naturally strong, bitter flavor, making it more palatable. Your perspective has been a great help, my friend, and I thank you for your assistance. Though mate tea can be found anywhere in Tyrol, there's no guarantee that it will enjoy the same popularity in foreign lands. We must experiment and innovate if we are to acquire or to capture new markets. That was extremely easy. Okay, it's over here. Let me put this over here as well. This can come up here. Beautiful. And the sickly merchant. Forgive me, traveler. Might I have a moment of your time? I'm a merchant from Tuliol here on business, but I've felt sick as a dog ever since I arrived. The Papuli boy I hired as a guide to show me around these parts gave me one look before suddenly heading north, muttering something as he left. He was speaking too quick for me to catch what was said, but I fear the mere sight of me upsets him somehow. If it wouldn't be too much trouble, would you go and offer him an apology on my behalf? He ran off towards the tea field north of here, but if there's no sign of him, I'm sure someone nearby would have seen where he went. I'm looking for a boy. Did I see anyone pass by this way recently? Why, yes, actually, the local guide. He was gathering fresh tea leaves here just moments ago, until a rather rambunctious alpaca did something to agitate him. I couldn't hold back a turtle as he chased after it. I fear he may have heard... Wait, hold on. I fear he may have heard... At any rate, he was headed towards the hill northeast of here. So the alpaca did something. Got it. Who are you and what do you want? If you haven't noticed, I'm rather busy at present. Upset? Me? Why would you? Ah, I was speaking too fast again. An unfortunate misunderstanding. The merchant has a clear case of altitude sickness. It's not uncommon to those traveling to Ukapacha for the first time. The best cure for it, and most things, is matcha tea, or mate tea. Which is why I was collecting tea leaves earlier, but just as I'd finished packing them into my bag, this wild alpaca came and snatched it. Not that I have it back, it's time to go get brewing. Curse you, alpacas! A small case of elevation sickness. There you are. He told me everything, and it seems I mistakenly sent you on a wild alpaca chase. Forgive me. Thanks to his tea, I'm feeling much better. Mate tea is a vital source of nutrients in these highlands. I'm sure you can promote it as a nourishing portable back in the markets of Toliol. Why not buy some in bulk now? You're not only a talented guy, but also a convincing salesman. Very well, give your offer some thought, but first, might we continue our tour? Thank you again, traveler. I hope that my experience can serve as a lesson for us both to be properly prepared when journeying to high altitudes. Yay! That is this zone, at least this half of the zone completed. Let's go. With that being said, though, I'm actually going to be going ahead and ending my stream here. A little bit shorter because I accidentally slept in and was a little busy this morning than I intended to be. And I am sorry about that. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get a lot more done. Knock out the area of Casamanca, I think it is called. Yeah, here. We'll knock this area out and then work on the upper... Oh, I forgot all about that. Upper areas and together. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time. And take care. Bye, everybody!